My screen is visible?
यस सर। सर मिड सेम में कितने तक आएगा?
So we are planning like at least three unit we will complete, because next two units are not that much of large, so we'll try to cover at least three unit. Okay, so we'll consider the syllabus till your MSc will start. Okay. So we have completed the first unit, and that was related to computer network. Uh, One portion is of about wireless sensor network, right? The next chapter is or next unit is like tracking system, in which we will cover the two types of system. One is RFID, and the second one is GPS system, right? So there is a syllabus for that unit. So today we'll start this RFID, right? So the RFID is radio frequency identification. So starting, what is RFID? So in the first class I have given some idea, or we can say like introduction was about RFID. It's a radio frequency identification. So it's kind of an identification system. So using this technology, you can identify something, right? And generally this RFID, it's used in the ADC technology. So ADC means automated data collection, right? So this technology use radio frequency waves to transfer data between a reader and movable item, to identify, to categorize, to track, right? So the main thing we are using in this technology is radio frequency wave, right? And using this wave, in terms of this wave, or with this wave, what we are doing, we are transferring the data, right? And we are transferring the data between two things. One is the reader, and the second thing is the some movable item, right? And the data may be related to identify that object, it may be related to categorize that object, or it may be like you want to track that object or that particular thing, right? So this RFID is fast and does not require physical sight or contact between reader, scanner, and the tag item. So like uh, if you have visited some mall, right, or some shopping center, right, and so when you purchase something, you will collect the item in a trolley. When you go to the billing counter, right, using one kind of scanner, right, that scanner look like a gun. They will scan the barcode, right? So you can you have, sometimes maybe you observe like sometimes they are not able to scan properly, right? So actually that is not RFID, it's barcode scanning. So in that barcode scanning, your code and your scanner, or your we can say the code reader, it should be in the same line, right? So you can say it should be in line of sight, right? But here in RFID, right, that thing is not necessary. Like your reader is at it is at some place, and your tag item, for example, it is some other place, and between that, for example, some other object will be there. Still your reader can read that tag, right? So here there is no requirement of physical contact, or you can say the your object, and or you can say your tag and that scanner, that should not be in the same line, right? So I think that is the main advantage compared to the barcode uh, identification system and this RFID, right? This RFID performs the operation using low cost components, right? So here whatever the component we are using, its cost is very low. The RFID attempts to provide unique identification and backend integration that allows for a wide range of application. Right? So the main aim is to identify the particular thing or particular item. Right? And other, as I told, other kind of automated data collection technologies, right? Those are barcodes and OCR. OCR is optical character recognition. So optical character recognition means whatever text is written on the wrapper or in the box, right? Using camera, you can scan that character. So whatever the written on the record, it will directly copy to your system, right? It's similar to if you use the Google Lens. Right? So in Google Lens, if you use, you can see like whenever you take a picture of something, right? It will take that whatever the character written on the object, right? And you can also find some mobile application like sometimes you have PDF, so you can't copy the text. So if you upload that PDF to OCR platform or OCR application, then you can uh, find the whatever the character is written, right? So that is the OCR. So this OCR, barcode, right? These are the similar technology to the RFID. So let's see the introduction about this radio frequency identification. So RFID is a method that is used to track or identify an object by radio transmission using over the wave. Right? So that you have seen. The main purpose is to track or to identify, right, some object, and we are using the radio frequency wave or radio transmission, right? And the transmission we can do over wave, right? So we can also use the internet. RFID is the application of radio wave to read and capture the information stored on tag fixed on object. So here you whatever object you want to track or you want to identify, on that object you have to paste one tag. You can see in the slide uh, 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 example or kind of RFID tag is given, right? So such kind of tag is pasted on your object, right, which you want to identify or track. Uh, Here the data digitally encoded in the RFID tag, which might be read by the reader, right? So here you have two entity. One is tag and second is the reader. In tag, you will encode some data in the form of digital, and using reader, you can read those data or those information. RFID readers are installed at tracking point and can read the information from tags when they come into range, which can be of several feet radius. So here what happened, this RFID identity system, right? Definitely we are using the radio frequency wave, but this wave there is some limited range. So there should be communication between your reader and the tag. So when and only when the item on which tag is there, it will come in the range of the reader, right? So this generally this range is in the some feet, right? So when your object will come in that range, your reader can easily read the information inside the tag, right? And generally these RFID reader are installed at some tracking point, right? So for example, in industry you have a supply chain, uh, uh, then in that, for example, the range of your system is, for example, 10 feet. Then after each 10 feet you may have a reader, right? So whenever your object will pass nearby to the reader, that reader can get the information, right? So you will install reader at some tracking point, right? It depends on your application. This device works as a tag or label during which data read from the tag that are stored in the database through the reader, as compared to the traditional barcode or some QR code, right? So here, like QR code or barcode, you have to scan it, right? But here the same thing will happen. In barcode also you are encoded some information. In QR code also you encoded some information. Similar way, in RFID tag also you have encoded some information, right? And using reader you will read it, and you will take that information into the database. You can store it, or you can compare with whatever the database is available, right? So using that you can do some, you can perform some action, or you can use some application, right? A tag need to be within the direct line of sight of reader to be tracked, right? So this is about this QR and barcode, right? RFID is used to check identity and track inventory, assets, and people, right? So RFID is not only used like for object. You can install that RFID tag on some animal, or even on some people, right? So you can easily track them. RFID tags can be attached to a variety of objects like cash, clothes, bag, parcels, and even implemented, as I told, on animals and people, right? So you can paste the tag at, on any object, right, which you want to track. So in right now, in right whenever some material is transforming from one place to another place, if you want to track like where exactly it reached, right? So that information you can get, right? And in that you can use RFID. So if we'll talk about the RFID system components, then basically it has two part, right, or two main components, right? One is RFID tag, right, and the second is RFID reader. So this RFID tag also you can call it as a RFID label or the RFID transponder, right? And the third part, right, you can consider it as a RFID middleware. So this RFID middleware is nothing but a software, right? So where you will take the data which is uh, obtained by reader, right? So it's kind of software where you can observe, you can monitor, or you can do some operation, or you can do some analysis, right? So mainly it has, you can say in RFID system you have two component. One is tag and second is reader. But you can also include this middleware. The middleware is nothing but the software, right? The RFID tags are affixed on the object and have a transmitter and a receiver embedded on it, right? So like barcode or QR code, you only have the information, right? But in RFID tag, in the tag itself, a transmitter and receiver is embedded, right? So you can say like RFID tag is a kind of electronic circuit, right? It has transmitter and receiver, so it has a kind of antenna. I will show you the picture, right? It contains a serial number that uniquely identify a specific object, right? So definitely it has a unique code, right, in the form of serial number, uh, which we use to identify particular object, right? But along with that you also have a transmitter and receiver, right, to do the communication with the reader. So the tag have two parts, right? In tag you have a microchip to store and process the information, right? And the second part in the tag is antenna to receive and the transmit a signal, right? So as I told, tag are nothing but electronic circuit, right? So in that circuit you have a microchip, and in that microchip you have some processor to process the information or process the data, and you also have some memory to store the data, right? So this chip will have memory as well as the controlling unit or microcontroller, you can say, and it has antenna to do the communication, like to receive the signal and to transmit the signal, right? And that signal means nothing but the data. So the RFID reader, right? This reader is also called as a interrogator. Right? So interrogator means nothing but RFID reader. So this RFID reader captures the information encoded on the tag using this antenna. So RFID reader also have the antenna. RFID tag has already antenna. So these two antenna, only using these we will transmit and receive the signal. It is a two-way radio transmit receive that emits a signal for the tag, right? So here two-way radio, two-way communication means it can transmit and it can also receive. So RFID system components. So the tag responds by sending the information embedded in its memory, right? So as we seen, your tag have a microchip. In that microchip you have a memory. In that memory you have some information encoded or some information embedded, and whenever your tag will come in the range of some reader, right? The tag will receive a signal from reader, and in the response your tag will send the information which is stored in the memory. So the the reader captures the result and transmit to the RFID computer program, right? So this computer program means nothing but the software, that is middleware, RFID middleware. So the RFID reader, which will capture the result or the information whatever it's received from the tag, right? That that information it will send to the RFID middleware, which then perform the necessary processing, right? So the processing may be to monitor, the processing may be to do some analysis. That information may be like whatever its description about the product or object, right? So it may be any kind of information. So if you in this fish in the figure you can in the slide you can see a figure, right? So in figure you will find like I have given a block diagram. That block diagram is the basic block diagram of RFID system, right? So in that I have included all the components. So you will see in the box, in that box at one side you have a tag, then you have the reader. So between this reader and tag you will do the communication, so data will be transferred, right? And not only data, right? In some application or in some scenario your reader also will give the power to your tag, right? So as I told, tag is nothing but electronic circuit which have a microchip, which have antenna, right? So definitely to transmit the signal or to receive the signal it needs some power, it needs some energy. So that power it will get from the reader, right? In some case tag also have inbuilt battery, but in some case it will receive the power from the reader. So that's why in the figure you will see like two arrow, one is for data and second is for power, right? And once your reader will get the data from the tag, it will pass that data to RFID system or RFID computer program, and the program may be store that data in the database, it may be do some analysis, or it may be monitor the data, right? So again, right, here also kind of same figure you will see, right? One, and you have RFID tag, from that through the RF antenna data is sent to RFID reader, from reader, right? If your application you need to use internet, then using that internet also you can send the data to some computer, right? So it's workstation, so you need a network, and these RFIDs generally, as I told, we are using RF radio frequency wave, so definitely it's wireless, right? So these RFID is basically it's part of wireless sensor network, right? There are lots of type of wireless sensor networks. So this RFID is one kind of wireless sensor network. So that we have already discussed wireless sensor network. So here you can see one figure. In that I have uh, zoom that RFID tag, right? That label. So you can see it has a kind of chip. You will also find like uh, it will look like or on the circuit or whatever the part in that they have a plastic foil, right? And you will see kind of line. So that line is nothing but a kind of antenna, right? And right, also it has some information, right? So here I have shown you some RFID tag like some tags are pasted on the wrapper or box of the item or object, right? Sometimes they are placed inside the cap. If your object or item have a cap, then sometimes this RFID tag is placed inside the cap, right? For example, also if in cloth, they will stitch this RFID tag with your cloth, right? In other items like the shoe, in that also you can paste or you can attach the RFID tag, right? So if you specifically talk about the tag, right? So the block diagram of tag, so as I told, it has antenna, it has uh, microcontroller. So microcontroller means to do some control logic, right? So this control logic is nothing but the center one is nothing but the kind of processing unit, right? Then it need memory to store the data, so memory cell, right? Then definitely it's electronics, so you need some power supply, right? In some cases you will get the power from reader, and in some case you have your own inbuilt battery, right? Then whenever you want to transfer the data through antenna, you have to perform some modulation, right? So modulation is kind of a technique using which whatever data you have in the digital form that you can transmit in the air or through wirelessly, right? So that's why you need the TX means transmitter modulator, and RX means receiver. It's short form of transmitter and receiver, right? So when you transmit, you will do some modulation, and when you receive, you have to do the perform the reverse operation. That is a demodulation, right? So here the block is TX modulator and RX demodulator, right? So this is one kind of tag, and the tag is in the form of IC. IC means integrated circuit, right? When you see the tag, you will not find these all things separate, right? These all are combined. You just will see like it's kind of a electric circuit. So if we'll specifically talk about the RFID tag, right? We'll talk main three components as we discussed. One is tag, second is reader, and third is middleware. So let's see one by one. So first we'll see the RFID tag, right? So for RFID tag, we have seen like what component is included in RFID tag, right? We have seen the block diagram, right? Now let's see the type. So you will find like RFID tag of many types, right? So these tags are categorized in three types. If we'll take the power into consideration. Power means, as we know, tag is a kind of electric circuit, so it needs some power. So if we'll consider that power, then based on that power, you can categorize this RFID tag into three categories, right? So those three categories are passive tag, active tag, and semi-passive tag. Right? So semi-passive means it's combination of passive and active. So what is the passive tag? So if uh, the tag use the radio wave energy of reader to transmit its data to the reader, then it's known as a passive tag. So passive tag means what? It does not have any battery, right? Tag will not have any battery. Tag will use the power which it will get from the radio frequency wave which is sent by the reader. Right? So passive tag means it does not have its own battery or its own power supply. It will use the power of the reader, right? And the active tag means your tag is equipped with a onboard battery, and it will use that power from that battery to transmit the data, right? Then the semi-passive tag means combination of active and passive. So in semi-passive tags, it has a small battery on board, right? But this battery is activated only when your tag will come in the range of your reader. Otherwise, it will kind of a sleep mode, right? So because of that, you can save the power or you can save the battery life, right? Because if you are not in the range means you can't do any communication. You can't do any communication means now, right now, no need to give the power to your tech. But still, if you are giving the power, then it will use the power, so your battery life will reduce. So here in the third type, what happened? Your tag has a small battery, but that battery is only activated when your tag will go in the range of your RFID reader, right? So that way it will save the power, and it allows the tag to perform like the onboard battery, right? It will use that battery to perform some functionality like to monitor the environment condition or, or provide the power to the tag's internal electronics, right? So for example, maybe if in your tag you have some sensor, and the function of the sensor is to continuously monitor the environmental condition, for example temperature, right? Then your onboard battery, right, that will use whenever you are doing that function, right? So this is about the types of, or we can say the how we can categorize the RFID tag based on the power which the RFID tag will use to transmit the signal, right? So some more information about this passive and active tag. uh, so these tags can be attached on almost anything like item, cases, on the product, on the goods, vehicle, assets, livestock, or on person or personal, right? So as we discussed in passive tag do not require power, means do not require onboard battery, right? It will draw the power from the interrogator field. So interrogator field means the reader field. This kind of tag will have lower storage capability, like in amount of some 1 KB. Only this passive tag has a memory of 1 KB, so you can store the data is of only 1 KB, right, or about 1 KB. Then these passive tags have generally shorter range, right? So this passive range will communicate with the reader when it will be in the range of some 15 feet, right? 4 each to 15 feet. So it has a shorter range. Then this passive tags usually it's kind of write once, read many, or you can call it as a read only. So that also we'll discuss in the detail, right? Write once, read many means tag is for to store the information. So if the tag is of kind of passive tag, then you only can write information inside that tag once you will write the information, you can't change that information, you just read that information. So that's why here it is written write once and you can read many times, right? So once you will write the information or write the data will not change, right? You just read it. So that's why it's called as a read only tag. And the cost of these passive tags are less compared to the active tags, right? It is around some dollars, right? Few dollars. Then it will talk about active tag. Then active tag means it has its own battery, right? So it will use the power from that battery, right? This active tag will have the higher storage capability. It's around 520 KB, right? So 512 kilobyte. So that much of information, that much of data you can store inside the tag. Uh, as it has its own power, these active tags have longer range, right? So that range is about 300 feet, right? So you can see like it's about 20 times more than the passive tag. And this active tag typically can be rewrite by RF reader. So here this active tag is kind of a tag in which once you will write some information, you will write some data, you can read it, and also you can rewrite means whatever data is written you can erase that data and you can again write some other data, right? So it's rewritable, right? The passive tags are read only. Once you will write, you can't change that. But here in active tag, you can change that information or you can change that data. And because of this all the facility or this all the feature, right, definitely the cost of the active tags are more, right? So that is around some 50 to $250, right? It depends on your application, depends on the functionality or features you are using, right? So this is about the types of RFID tag, right? Now this RFID tag also categorized based on the readability. Readability means we already discussed, right? Some tags you only uh, write in that tag once, right? Then you can read only those tags, right? Some tag you can read and write as many times as you want, right? So depends on that. These RFID tags are categorized in some four category, right? The first one is read only tag. So they have a factory assigned ID which serve as a key into database. So some tags are like whatever the manufacturer of the tag, they will assign some ID, some serial number to that tag. You only paste that tag on object and that serial number will never change, right? So it's only you can read that tag, right? You can't write. So some tags are of that kind. Then the second is field programmable or read once write many tags, so that we have discussed like uh, when you will purchase it, those tags are like a blank paper, right? And you can write once only, right? So once you write the information, that information may be the description about the data, it may be some serial number, right, or anything. So once you write the data, then you can't change it, right? You only can read it, right? So this is the second type. The third type is read write tag. So in this read write tag, right? Object specific data can be written and it are retrieved by the system user. So here whatever data you want to write, you can write it, you can ease it, again you can change it. One tag is on one object, you can reuse, you can paste it on the some other object and you can change that information. And then the blank text, so they may be electronically written by the user. So uh, some some tags are like that you paste on the object, and throughout the processing or throughout your application, as many times as you want to change, you can change electronically, right? So these are some type of RFID tag that is based on the readability of tag. So these already we discussed, right? So here in some literature you will find some 4 type, right? And some you will find some 3 type. So this read only tag, this tag ID is assigned by the factory during the manufacturing, as we discussed, can never be changed. No additional can be assigned to this tag, right? So you can't add some information, you can't change it, right? Whatever, whenever you purchase it, whatever data is inside, that data will remain forever. You only read that information or read that data. Second is write once, read only, right? So in short form you can write is WRM text. So here data written once, right, during the packing or manufacturing, and once you will write it, right, this tag is locked, right? You can't then change the information. So you can compare this kind of tag with your DVD or CD, right? So in the market you will find the blank CD or DVD. So once you will write some data on your DVD or CD, you can't change it, right? Then read write, so this tag can be changed over the time whenever you want to change, right? So part or all of the data section can be locked. So here you have facility like some data you will keep as it is and some data you can change. So you whatever data you want to keep as it is, that data you can lock, right? It's about RFID tag, right? So uh, this categorization is based on the memory. You can also call like based on the memory, or also you can call like it's based on the readability of your tag. Then the second component of RFID system is it's a reader, right? So in slide I have given one uh, figure or one kind of RFID reader, right? So it's look like your router, kind of router, right? It has antenna, it has a box kind of structure, right? So what is the main functionality of this reader? So use or its function is to remotely power tag, right? So if your RFID tag is of passive type, so passive type means it needs power to transmit the signal, and that power is provided by the reader. So the first major function of RFID reader is to provide power to tag remotely. Remotely means wirelessly. Establish a bidirectional data link, right? So when your tag will come in the range of your reader, right? Between your reader and your RFID tag, it, your reader will establish a bidirectional data link. So it can transmit the data, it can receive the data. Inventory tag filter results, right? So uh, it may have some filter, right? It will do some filtering of the data, right? Or filtering of the tag, right? Uh, and it will also provide the connection, or it will communicate with server, right? If you want to store or do some analysis with the data, the reader will send the data to your computer workstation or server, right? So this RFID reader able to read some 100 to 300 text per second. So you can see like how much they are fast. Right? They can read per second some 100 to 300 types. Right? So the process of the identification or tracking will not take that much of time. Right? Within some second you can track it, you can identify. Uh, so this RFID reader, they can you can fix it at some fixed point, such as entrance or exit of your for example, you have some warehouse, right? And where you want to use the RFID system, what you will do, you will keep this reader at your entrance or the exit door, right? So whenever some item will come inside your warehouse, right, you can track or you can find it, and whenever it will go away from your warehouse, right, that also information you can get. Or you can also place point of sale. So as I told, at some particular interval, if you have a supply chain and you have a large area to cover, you can put at some interval, after some interval, that depends on the range of your reader. This reader can be mobile or handheld, right? So uh, this reader can be mobile, means you can move this reader, and handle means you can carry that reader in your hand, and sometimes they are also like you can fix their position, right? So both kind of reader is available. So here you in the picture, in the slide, you can find some kind of some RFID readers, right? So it, it is also kind of like a barcode reader, right? Look like gun. It is kind of like box. Once you will place it, right, uh, whenever the tag will come in the range, right, it will detect the RFID tag, and whatever the information inside that tag, that information is provided by this reader, right? So these are some, maybe in some plant you will find such kind of reader. So when you find such kind of reader, means that company or that organization is using RFID technology. Now we have seen the types of RFID tag. Now let's see the types of RFID readers. Okay. Okay, so let's discuss it and then we will finish the lecture. So RFID readers are categorized into two types, right? And that is according to the power, right? So similar to the categorization of RFID tag, right? Where based on the power, we have given the category like active tag and passive tag. Similar way here also you have active reader and passive reader. So passive readers, they can only receive signal from the active tag. So passive reader means they can only receive the signal, right? And active readers means they can transmit uh, signal to both passive as well as active tags, or also to the semi-active tag. So passive readers can only receive signal from active tag, right? And active readers can do the communication between all type of tags: passive, active, and semi-active or semi-passive. So these active readers, they can transmit, they can also receive, right? Whereas the passive readers, they only receive, they can't transmit. Okay. uh, Now that is based on the power. Now according to the position, like how or where you place the RFID reader, there are two types. One is the fixed reader and second is the mobile reader, right? So from name you can understand, like fixed reader means they are used to create uh, high defined or tightly controlled area. So when your area is fixed, at that time you will use the fixed reader. Fixed reader means you will place a reader at some particular position. Now you will never change it, right? So that is only possible when you want to create a high defined or highly tight controlled area. Means your area is fixed, right? You don't want to change the range of your area, right? The tags are read when they are entered in this area, and active readers are deployed here. So generally fixed readers, right? This kind of readers are active readers, right? Then mobile readers, so they are used for creating handheld tag reading devices. They may be also installed in the moving vehicle. So mobile reader means you can change the place of the reader. So this mobile reader definitely will of small size, like you can carry it in your pocket, right? So it will be of small size, you can carry in your hand, right? So whenever your application is kind of like your area is not defined, right? The object, whatever the and whatever the object you have placed, you have attached the tag, right? Those object, the place of that object is not defined, right? Means the area you want to cover, the large area, then definitely you can cover through this mobile reader, right? Because once you will like your reader have the range of some 10 feet. Now you will move from one place to another place, its range definitely also move, right? Because range is like wherever the reader you have around its radius. So 10 feet means around, you will put the reader in the center. From that center, if you draw a circle of 10 feet radius, right? Whatever the area you will get, that is the range of that particular reader. So definitely, if your reader is moving, means your center is moving, that circle is also moving. So you, that way you can change that area. So generally, this kind of readers are installed in the moving vehicle, right? Moving vehicle means vehicle is changing its place. So this is about the type of RFID reader. Then RFID middleware. So that we'll see in the next lecture. Uh, so this is about today's lecture. Any doubt?